What's good, YouTube? What's good? I had the privilege and the honor to go to Savannah, Georgia last Wednesday, and I came back last Thursday. So I'm going to include some clips of the. We did a Charlie ride. We did a tour of Savannah, Georgia. I'm gonna put some clips in the video. If y'all have the time, y'all need to go visit Savannah, Georgia, because there's a lot of history in Savannah, Georgia that I didn't really know about. Okay. And the two restaurants y'all need to go try out is the Shrimp Factory, and y'all need to go try out Sisters. Now, Sisters, their soul food was so good. Now, in Savannah, Georgia, they give you three sides. So you get three sides. I had got collard greens, macaroni and cheese, and fried chicken. And I had got me a Pepsi, and I had got me a banana pudding. And it only came up $21. Now, that's cheap. So in the next clips, y'all will see the trip from Savannah, Georgia. I love y'all. Be a blessing out here.
Across on the left, across the Savannah River, Hutchinson Island. That's our convention center and the Westin Hotel. And that free water taxi will take you over there. And there's the other Christmas. And the other candy cane. They got gelato.
That building was completed in 1858 and it served as a railroad terminal until the last train rolled out May 1st, 1971. Savannah, Georgia, the cotton capital of the world. Bales and bales of cotton will come from inland Georgia to the ports of Savannah. And cotton is also a part of our early wealth, and that is evident by many of the opulent mansions that you guys see along the tour today. To the right of us, this building served as a cotton warehouse in the 1700s. Since then, SCAD has repurposed these buildings and they now use them for studios and classrooms. Now, if you wanted to know what these buildings looked like before SCAD got a hold of it, you'll continue to look to your right, and it's going to be the building without a roof. Come back. Now, the building that you guys see without a roof, SCAD wanted to add a structure. Am I skipping stop number 2? Okay. Now, that building that you guys see to the right of us without a roof, SCAD wanted to add a roof to that building 3 times. All 3 times, being that the structure of the building is very old, it would not withstand the weight of the roof, and it ended up collapsing. The building today is now called SCAD Beach. It is a museum. It is open to the public, and it has all the amenities of a beach except the water. To the left of... To the left of us, this is the SCAD Turner House. This is the first building that SCAD has built from the ground up, meaning that they repurposed a lot of our old historical buildings when they first started out. SCAD is short for Savannah College of Art and Design. They arrived here October 1979, starting off with just 71 students. Since then, the population has grown to over 15,000 plus students from all 50 states, 100 only to have the largest African-American force of that war. And in 1804, the Haitians fell to their own rebellion, and they gained their independence from France. Now, that drummer boy to the very end of that monument, he was 12 years old when he entered that American Revolutionary War. To the right of us with the red doors, this is the Second African Baptist Church. This church is home to the eldest African American congregation. That congregation started in 1788 and it wasn't completed until 1853. Now, this church was built by the slaves of the Brampton Plantation. Those slaves were allowed to walk here 8 miles a day from where the plantation was located, from Garden City, Georgia, to come in the historic district and work on that place of worship. Now, it took those slaves 10 years to build that church because it had to be built at night by candlelight. There wasn't any electricity then. And that church also has diamond-shaped holes in the floors that were said to be for the acoustics in the building. But those diamond-shaped holes really served as ventilation holes for the slaves who were passing through the Underground Railroad. Now, that church also reminds me of the first prohibition that James Oglethorpe set forth for the colony, and that was no slavery. Mr. James Oglethorpe did not want slavery because being that this was a hard-working colony, and this was a hard-working colony for trustworthy people. He figured that they did not need slaves to do the work for them, and if you were found using slaves to work for you, you would have to pay Mr. James Oglethorpe £50 per slave. Making his left-hand turn onto Broughton Street, this is Sister Mary. Now, Miss Mary Telfair, who was a woman of strict stipulations, she strictly stipulated that no one remove her photo from over the mantelpiece in the dining room, and also that that home was to serve as the first public art museum, opening in 1886 as the Telfair Academy of Arts and Science. Coming up to the right of us, this is the Jepson Center. Now, the Jepson Center is an addition to the Telfair Academy of Arts and Science. On the inside, it offers a 2-level hands-on art museum for those of you who are young at heart and like to touch on things like me. And it also has video clips of the artists talking about the art and what inspired them to create the art. You guys can also find a replica of the Bird Girl statue, and the Bird Girl statue comes from the Mercer Williams home, and the Mercer Williams home is featured in the movie Midnight in the Garden of Good and Evil. We are now coming across West Oglethorpe Avenue, and as we come across West Oglethorpe Avenue, we're going to come into Orland Square. Now, Orland Square was named for the Battle of New Orleans in the War of 1812. Now, before we come into Orland Square, if you guys look up to your left, you're going to see a tall green and white church steeple. Now, this green and white church steeple featured in the movie where a man sat on a bench in Chippewa Square eating a box of chocolates, talking about his life story, as a lovely white feather decided to float down to his feet. Does anybody happen to know what that movie is called? You guys are correct. It is Forrest Gump. Now, as we come in Orland Square to the left of us, this is our German Memorial Fountain. This fountain was placed here in 1839, and it was placed in honor of our early German settlers who arrived to our colony with James Oglethorpe in 1733. As we come around Orland Square, we're going to be exiting out of Orland Square straight ahead. And the next thing we're going to be focusing on is this beautiful brown colored mansion coming up to the left of us with the black shutters and the pillars out front. This is the Harper Folks home. Now, the Harper Folks home was built in a Greek Revival style for a man named Charles Kluski. Though it was built in a Greek Revival style,